Durga Puja, largest religious festival for Hindus, ends with immersion of the idols. President for all faiths unified work to advance the country. Jamaat Amir terms Awami League the most extremist party of the country. BNP leaders asked to make it clear when the elections to take place. Those were the headlines. Good evening, viewers. I'm Riti Prova with English Bulletin. Durga Puja, the largest religious festival for Hindus, comes to an end with immersion of the idols in water bodies across the country. The immersion of idols marks the end of 5 days of devotion, celebration and community bonding. In Dhaka, thousands of devotees began gathering along the river banks, where idols were transported on brightly decorated trucks for immersion. The ritual, which symbolizes Goddess Durga's return to her celestial home, is a deeply emotional moment for devotees, a mix of joy and sorrow, as they bid farewell to the goddess. The immersion ceremony is the final act of the festival and is accompanied by prayers, chants and the blowing of conch shells, creating a vibrant yet poignant atmosphere. President Mohammad Shahabuddin called upon everyone, irrespective of their religions and caste, to work together to take the country forward. The president said this while exchanging greetings with Hindu community people at Bangabhavan on the occasion of Durga Puja and Bijaya Dashami today. He said the basic message of all religions is welfare of the people. All Bangladeshis are interrelated. There is no room for majority or minority here. All are one and belong to the same entity. Religious values should be utilized for welfare of the country and its people. The non-communal spirit, mutual unity, amity and harmony existing in the culture of Bangladesh will contribute effectively to building a beautiful future and modern country, he added. The Amir of Jamaat Islami, Dr. Shafiqur Rahman, has termed Awami League as the most extremist party of the country. He made the comment at Dhaka Metropolitan North Unit Jamaat's Rukun Conference at Bangabandhu International Conference Centre in the capital Dhaka on Sunday. The Jamaat chief at the time demanded justice for all killings led by Awami League from 28 October 2006 to 5th of August 2024. He said Awami League had killed people on roads in 2006. The party was behind the BDR mutiny, resisted Hifazat's movement and lastly, they have killed people during the students' July-August movement. The party will have to be tried. The Jamaat chief urged the nation to be unified to build a society based on legality and justice. BNP leader Goishro Chandra Roy has said it should be made clear before the people when the elections will take place. BNP leader suggested taking advice from the people experienced to lead the country. They made the comments at a discussion at National Press Club in Dhaka on Sunday morning. BNP chairperson's advisor, Moazem Hussain Alal, said the interim government is yet to give priority on those activities which were supposed to get priority. As a result, the ghosts of the previous government are still remaining inside the administration. BNP Standing Committee member Goishro Chandra Roy said, logical reform is not likely to take too much time. There is no scope for the interim government to be failed. People expect acceptable elections and it is the government's duty to clarify within how much time it will take place. The members of police and journalists who were involved in the killings during the month of July and August will be tried based on proper evidence and investigation. Information advisor Nahid Islam and sports advisor Asif Mahmood Shoji Bhuiya made the comment. On Sunday afternoon, they went to the old burn unit of Dhaka Medical College Hospital to visit the treatment of the people who got injured during the anti-discrimination student mass movement. At the time, they, on behalf of July Shohid Sriti Foundation, handed over financial aid to the injured persons. Later, in reply to a query of journalist sports advisor said, the police officers involved in the killings will not be spared, and information advisor said the responsible journalists will be brought to justice on proper investigation. Number of dengue patients across the country has been doubled over past 1 month. However, there is no major visible initiative at the hospitals to resist it. From 1st September to October 12, at least 634 people have been infected of dengue in Chattogram. In the meantime, 8 people died of dengue. Apart from this, dengue has been spreading in Savar and Ashulia industrial areas. Number of dengue patients have been increasing at the hospitals, but no major action is visible against mosquito in these areas. Meanwhile, there is no separate ward for the dengue patients at Rangpur Medical College Hospital. Dengue patients have been kept with the general patients, even after frequent objections. As a result, other patients have fallen in threat of dengue attack. Now a short break. We will be back soon with Israeli airstrikes continue in Gaza, targeting civilians' infrastructure. BPL T20 players draft set to take place on Monday. Welcome back. You're watching ATN News. This is English Bulletin. Law enforcement agencies have arrested 11 individuals connected to the robbery at a Mahmudpur apartment where a group of miscreants impersonated security personnel to steal Taka 75 lakhs and 70 bhori of gold ornaments. Lieutenant Colonel Munim Firdos, director of RAB's Legal and Media Wing, said 5 of those arrested are former members of various law enforcement agencies dismissed from service. The suspects were arrested from various areas of the capital Dhaka. Drives are underway to arrest the others, he added. The incident occurred around 3:45 a.m. Saturday on the 2nd floor of a 5-story building belongs to a businessman named Abu Bakr Siddiqui. Now news around the world. At least 300 people have been killed by Israeli forces as the military siege of northern Gaza enters a 9th day. Tens of thousands of Palestinians have been trapped by the ground invasion and drone strikes by Israel. Food and water supplies have been dwindled there. Israeli airstrikes on Sunday killed 1 Palestinian and injured several others in Gaza City. Another airstrike destroyed a mosque in Rafah. The death toll from an earlier airstrike on the Abu Dalal family home in Nusayrat refugee camp rose to 8, with additional injuries reported. In Gaza, at least 42,227 Palestinians have been killed and 98,464 wounded in Israeli attacks since October 2023. 40 countries contributing to the United Nations peacekeeping mission in Lebanon condemned recent Israeli attacks on the mission and called for an investigation of the incidents. At least 5 peacekeepers in the mission, known as UNIFIL, have been wounded in recent days amid escalating violence in southern Lebanon after Israel launched a ground invasion against the Hezbollah militant group. According to a statement issued Saturday, the 40 countries said they strongly condemned recent attacks on UNIFIL peacekeepers. The statement also urged the parties of the conflict to ensure the security and safety of the peacekeeping personnel so that they can continue their work of mediation and support for peace and stability. Spain, France and Italy had already slammed the attacks on UNIFIL as unjustifiable. Viewers, will take a short break. Stay with us. Welcome back. You're watching English Bulletin. Now sports news. The 11th season of the Bangladesh Premier League BPL is set to begin on December 27 and preparations are in full swing. The BPL T20 Players Draft is set to take place on Monday. The draft will feature both local and overseas players categorized according to their respective grades. BCB has finalized the names of 188 local players across 6 categories. A total of 12 players will receive the highest salaries classified in Category A, while Category F has the most players, totaling 63 with the lowest salaries. Ahead of the players' draft, 7 BPL teams have hired 18 local players. Each of the team will be allowed to spend high 7 crore taka to hire local and overseas players. Before ending the bulletin, the top stories once again. Durga Puja, largest religious festival for Hindus, ends with immersion of the idols. President for all faiths unified work to advance the country. Jamaat Amir terms Army League the most extremist party of the country. BNP leaders asked to make it clear when the elections to take place. Israeli airstrikes continue in Gaza, targeting civilians' infrastructure. BPL T20 Players Draft set to take place on Monday. That's all from the newsroom for the moment. Thank you for being with ATN News.